I love Lifetime. It's the worst, but it's the best.
I mean, I think they make art. Liz, don't laugh.
No, now it's LMN.
Yeah, LMN. Oh, they're so edgy. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, I'm Jaya.
And I'm Venk.
And this is the Reality Hate. We are talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Season 11.
Season 11. Can you believe 11 seasons?
No.
I mean,
yes, I can. Because this season is, I hate to say it, but it's boring too.
You're 5 episodes in. It couldn't be more of a snooze fest. It's like they make up fake scenarios in the teaser for the next episode. It's like Melissa Gorga's talking to this guy, and it's like, that's not, no, they're playing a prank on her husband. Oh, that's so, no, that's funny with your friends. That's not funny when millions of dollars are going into like producing a show for people like you and I who want drama, who wants Danielle Staub pulling somebody's hair out.
Yes. Yes.
What kind of world are we living in?
I know. Well, so before we start, Vank, what did you want to say to our peeps?
Oh my goodness. Please, I beseech you to like and subscribe to our channel. We're at 21. Who knows? In a month, we could be at 25.
Like us.
Like us and subscribe to us. We're like a cult.
Okay.
But we take showers.
Now we take showers and I shave my legs and armpits sometimes.
I don't shave my legs and armpits, but if I would wear silk stockings, I would.
I'm not currently wearing silk stockings.
There was once a show called Silk Stockings.
I know, my mom and my brother watched it religiously.
Recap.
We're going to fly through the first 4 episodes because there's not really much to talk about and we won't bore you with it all. The first episode sort of kicks off the one conflict that continues through the 5 episodes. Teresa and Jacqueline. Jacqueline throws this big party for her husband.
Yeah.
Also, my big issue before we start this is every party they have, every gathering they have, no one is masked. Now, while the cast may have been tested and they're safe, the like 50 other people at that party, I mean, were they? Maybe. I don't know. It's just New Jersey feels like it's like running fancy, like just free as a bird. COVID isn't happening in New Jersey, folks, just so you know.
I'm gonna put some money down on the person who I think they voted for and what they think about COVID. I'm just like, I know that's a stereotype, but I'm gonna make it.
I mean, it's nuts. No masks. No masks ever. Anywhere in the episode. It's crazy.
They do give off 45 vibes. They do give off 45 vibes. I'm just saying. They don't seem like friends of Barack. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So we get to Jackie's unmasked COVID-free party for her husband. And everything seems fine, except Teresa has like jealousy eyes. Like she has a drink. And I'm sorry, I think this all stems from jealousy. She is just glaring at the happy couple. She can't stand it. She is miserable and she wants to say something bad. And what does she do? She goes throughout the party and she spills the beans about a supposed rumor about Jacqueline's husband having an affair with women in a gym.
Okay, so I'm going to say this. Regardless of whether this was a 5-hour party or a 30-minute party, the amount of time she went to people and said this was ridiculous.
Right.
Like it was really as if we know she did this on purpose.
Right.
She needs to cause drama because she is very insecure about her place in the cast.
Well, and I think that, sure, there's that, but I also think she's just like very unhappy. I think she's jealous. I think Jacqueline's husband if we're going to have to talk about their husbands, which I don't know, that New Jersey style is not my style, but he's an attractive man. And I think she just couldn't stand it. I think there's like a bit of envy there. And so she did what she did, and it caused trouble. It hurt Jacqueline. It hurt her husband. So Jacqueline confronted her in a neutral space at Margaret's house. And Teresa is just not the brightest bulb in the box. I
She
mean,
doesn't understand what an analogy is.
she doesn't understand an analogy. She doesn't understand the English language, and I hate to say it, but it's true.
But we've known this throughout the 11 seasons. She mispronounces and misspells
and uses terms incorrectly. What have you.
Her and English are not like the best of friends.
Right. Yeah. No, they're not. So then there's the confrontation, and Teresa wants to hear what Jacqueline has to say, but kind of says like, well, I would want to know if this was happening to me. But there's constant flashbacks in the episode where Teresa doesn't want to know and is angry that someone would go and talk about her family.
She's
hypocrite.
Again,
she's a hypocrite.
Total hypocrite, but
she doesn't know what hypocrite means. But yes.
No. She doesn't know what hypocrite
means.
That's closer to the Latin where it's derived from. So I think you're asking for enough language. That's
it's asking a lot. And so then Jacqueline makes an analogy. So I heard Gia was snorting cocaine in the bathrooms at parties, and that's when Teresa sees red and starts bleeding from her eyes and loses control.
Can I tell you for a second? I was thinking she was about to say, like she did at the first reunion to Danielle Staub, "Don't you ever talk about my family! Don't you know? Don't you try to break up my family!" Those were the days.
But she did it. She did lose her cool. She lost her shit, and she went to the car. She called her a CUNT and, all the things. That becomes the issue for the 5 episodes.
That's so tragic.
Right.
So boring.
Right.
That I almost talked about these women's styles because, that's all I'm thinking about.
I know.
All in all, I give it all a 0.
We do learn about Jennifer and her husband. Her father's now living with her because her mother was supposedly verbally abusive to her father and couldn't live in a hostile environment. So Jennifer and her family has kind of sided with their father.
Yeah.
They've iced their mother out. Dolores had an issue with David because she had another plastic surgery. David is her boyfriend, who we hardly see on the show because she's always with her ex-husband.
I get that they're so close, and I get it, but they have to be in love.
I mean, I would think so.
They definitely love each other.
They love each other, but David is very ingratiated in their family, right? He took care of her ex-husband when he had surgery, and he's, her son lived at David's house. So it's a very weird situation, but it's very clear, so David's mad at her for the butt surgery. Boring.
It would be so fun if they were in a throuple.
Maybe they are and we don't know it. We're just saying, could you give that to us?
We're scripting your show for you and we're making magic.
There's also, Gia gives advice to Teresa about this fight in the second episode. And she actually gives reasonable advice. Okay, yeah, what she said wasn't great, but I'm not upset about it. And you should make up with her. And what you said hurt her and her family. Would you like that? Make peace. Say you're sorry. But of course, Teresa doesn't understand that, even though she should. And then the next bulk of episodes happen when they go on a vacation. They take a staycation to a place that Margaret used to frequent with her family. And they get down there, they stay in this beautiful house.
And a
Well,
gorgeous house. It was
gorgeous
gorgeous.
house. It seemed like it was a lot of fun. Jacqueline does not participate because she wouldn't put herself in that situation. And I can't blame her, right? I
I
thought it was the right thing. I wouldn't want to go and be in a hostile situation. Teresa's wacko.
She's illogical. She's the kind of person that like you'll tell her the sky is blue and she'll find 8,000 reasons to tell you it's not. And like literally she'll be staring at the sky, the blue sky.
Right.
She out her damn mind. Out her mind.
Right. So it's like it doesn't even. So they go to this, party. They go to this house and they are there, and there's a big discussion about Jacqueline and Teresa. Teresa does not see. I mean, Teresa just is never going to apologize. Now it's an affront on Teresa. Teresa is the victim.
And then they're going to bring up the whole, you don't go after somebody's children. It's not what was happening.
No, not at all what was happening. And so basically they're on this vacation. Melissa and Jennifer make amends, right? They were not in a good place, and then they end up in a good place. Sure. However, then Jennifer has this big secret about Teresa's realtor. And this big secret is the realtor, that is Teresa's realtor, Michelle, tells Jennifer that her husband did an event with Joe Gorga and owes Michelle's husband tens of thousands of dollars. So there's this, right?
So I'm like, oh my gosh, fists will be flying, words will be said.
We always look for that in the New Jersey Housewives. No. So then, there's a quick moment where the guys are together and they're getting drunk and they all believe that Evan's faithful, even though some of them have supposedly heard the rumor, but they still believe like Evan would never do that.
What do you think?
I think he is. I don't think it's true. Maybe there was a flirtation. You know what I mean? Like maybe at the gym there was something that would be interpreted and then that's spread.
Can I tell you as a gay man, even though I'm not like a stereotypical gay man, like the Jim and I are not like close friends. When they said that, I immediately was like, oh, he's having sex in the bathroom with a man, because like you
know what, I kind of thought that too. When they said that, you're like, well,
how are they gonna hook up? Like, how do they hook up at the gym? Like,
but that is something that I've heard with some of my gay friends.
I mean, like every gym in West Hollywood.
Right. So
it's just like boom, boom, pow. Let me get that boom, boom, pow.
But it wasn't. It's supposedly women. So I agree. I don't think it's going to happen. And Jackie is holding out for an apology that she's never going to get.
No.
And it's made her feel insecure. And she keeps talking about it, just as Teresa keeps talking about it, even though Teresa says she doesn't want to talk about it. And then they just keep talking about the same thing over and over again. And I think those girls have given up trying to convince Teresa that what she did was wrong, because Teresa's never going to see that.
And the editors have given up editing because
because it's just not worth it.
I mean,
so then we move on, and the Jackie and Teresa stuff continues on and on and on and on. And at one point, so before they leave, they have a night before they leave the house, and Teresa calls a guy that she supposedly likes, Tony. And
Tony for how long?
Pardon?
Hasn't she known Tony for quite some time?
She's known Tony for a long time. She talks to him. Supposedly she's trying to get out there, and she eats a lot of pineapple. That was a big talk. Well, pineapple makes her taste good. I've heard that too.
I guarantee she's been banging dudes.
Oh, I'm sure of it. But it's like in episode 4, the thing that I enjoyed the most was all of the things Teresa said, which were, thank God she's not here because I probably would have drowned her.
She did say that.
She said that. And then she also said that after sitting with the fact that her and Jackie, Jackie didn't come, and Jackie doesn't really want to see Teresa until she apologizes to her husband. Teresa said after hearing that she was more madder.
More mad. Oh gosh, I hate when I get more madder because it's so badder for the
Don't
situation.
you hate when you get more madder? And there were a few other good ones in there. Jackie and Margaret get together, and Jackie is just kind of like, I'm not over it. I want Teresa to apologize to Evan, her husband, and I'm going to throw Evan a new party because I want him to have a good experience and a good memory of his birthday.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then, Jacqueline and Margaret have that issue. And then Teresa decides that she's not going to move forward with Michelle, the realtor, until she makes it okay with her brother.
Which, you know what? That's a very, for honorable things. Now, do I think she would have actually kept her word?
No.
Absolutely not.
I agree with you. I don't think she would have either, but at least it was a step in the right direction because her brother has time and time again backed her and stood up for her, and Teresa's never done that for her brother. I'm not a huge Joe Gorga fan, but like I do know he backs his sister like with everything, whether right or wrong, he still stands behind her.
Can I tell you my feelings towards Joe Gorga?
What? Don't tell me you like him.
I mean, there's something about him. It just sends shockwaves through my loins.
Oh my God. Joe Gorga?
I don't know. The heart wants what it want.
I guess the heart wants what it want.
I'm just saying.
So basically, they have the redo party, right? And I thought that Jacqueline handled it well, but of course it came up, but it did feel like everyone was kind of blindly defending Teresa. Like she doesn't know. She didn't mean it in this way. We know she did.
And I love how they're like blaming it on her stupidity. Like
right.
Basically,
they are. And then like Jennifer's like, Jennifer is like a loyal little puppy dog. And she's like, she's not malicious. It's like, Jennifer, she was malicious. Like, stop licking the ass.
And also like she was the one that instigated last season Danielle Staub pulling her. You like,
right.
Like,
yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Get out of here.
So whatever. So we end and we get into episode 5, which, it's basically not that interesting. I mean, Joe Gorga has like a party in a restaurant. Again, no masks.
But that restaurant, by the way, sorry. That restaurant also looked like I wanted to it looked really pretty. I wanted to go there, but not
it was a good restaurant, but there were so many people and nobody had masks on, and they had a party, like multiple people sitting at a table.
COVIDians. They're COVIDians.
So they had the discussion about Jacqueline, and Teresa was like, "Fine, I'll invite her to my pool party," because Teresa announces at Joe Gorga's birthday party she's having a pool party.
She doesn't even invite her. She doesn't know how to text.
She has Melissa do it, who Melissa is smart and can do it. But also, she talks about the pineapple again and how she wants her peach kissed. That was the episode name. Gross. But I have heard that. I have heard if you eat pineapple. I've heard that too.
But you know what? It works for both men and women.
Oh.
That's what I heard.
Oh, well, I've heard it for women.
Okay.
Have you tried?
No. I mean, have I eaten pineapple?
Have I eaten pineapple? Yes. Have I eaten pineapple for that purpose? No.
No one will ever know.
Yeah, maybe. But I've eaten pineapple. So let's get to the pool party because, well, Margaret talks about her book. There is that important part. Margaret got a book deal.
They do actually, that's an actually important conversation because they do bring up what it was like in that must have been the 80s, I'm guessing.
Yes.
And how Me Too wasn't an idea or a concept, and how it was just what you had to do, the positions women, and they're still being placed in these positions. She got pretty emotional. The one thing that I thought was really amazing, one thing she said that was really awesome, was that she's like, my life started in my 40s. And that's when she became successful. She found love. And that's when I was like, oh, it can get better.
I know, but it was so nice what she said about her husband.
I
How
really,
she's finally happy.
I really connected to that because I got a little hopeful for a second.
I like Margaret. Margaret's the one. I like her style. I like her everything about her. I like her.
Yeah, I do too. I think she's a real honest soul.
Yeah, I agree. So then we get to the pool party.
Oh, where the drama's supposed to happen.
The drama's
Right.
supposed to happen.
Yeah, because they end up inviting
Michelle and her
the real estate agent, and just squared off, and she's gonna bring her husband.
So right, we're waiting for the drama. Jacqueline's not coming with her husband. She was like, "Are you kidding me? I'm not putting my husband in that position." I don't blame her, but give us some drama and show up.
I mean, gosh, do your job. You guys get paid.
I know these women avoiding the drama. I can't stand it. First Mary Cosby, now Jacqueline.
I don't know if they realize like this is not how you do your job.
I know.
You signed up for fake reality, so now you have to provide it.
Do you hear what he's saying? You should be listening if you're listening. So we get to the party. Everybody's supposed to wear thongs.
I wish Joe Gorka was wearing a thong, I'll tell you that much.
Ugh, barf. And everyone shows up and it seems like it's going well. Everybody's getting along. There's nothing really interesting happening except Jennifer is drinking shot after shot after shot after shot. I cannot stand Jennifer. She is one of like my least favorite characters in the Real Housewives franchise.
I agree with you, and also that like the amount she was drinking and how drunk she got, and so early in the day.
Embarrassing. Why would you have how many kids do you have? Like, really? That's how you want to like?
And like it was weird.
Portrayed on television.
I felt that. I felt that hangover. Like
I did too. I was like, gross, barf.
I never like ever wanted to be like that. It's so gross.
Yes. Also, her husband. Oh, woof. I just have to say it. I'm sorry. Every time I see him, I'm like,
okay, her husband or Joe Gorga?
Oh, if I had to pick one?
Yeah.
Well, obviously Joe Gorga, because her husband, Jennifer's husband, I can't, like his personality, he's slimy, and I just do not find him attractive. I'm sorry.
Question of all the husbands that have ever existed on the New Jersey Housewives, who is the one you find the most attractive?
Oh God, I don't find any of them attractive, but I guess it's gonna have to be new Jackie.
Yeah.
Her husband is attractive. So then the party continues and Michelle shows up with her husband. It's time for the big showdown. And guess what? Nothing happens.
This is what? Can I reenact it?
Yeah, go for it. Wait, should I be someone?
Yeah, do you want to be Joe Gorga?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, you be Joe Gorga because you love him.
And you're gonna be
that guy.
That guy. I was hoping that you remembered his name. Okay, so hey, I'm gonna call him Michael.
Okay.
Okay. Hey Michael, I want to talk to you.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, let's talk.
So like I heard you've been saying things about me not paying you tens of thousands of dollars, and you've been telling a lot of people that. What's up? Why couldn't you say that to my face?
I mean, well, you said that you make deals on a handshake, and you said that we would work together and I would get a cut of the profit.
But you were riding my coattails.
Okay, I was. But in the future, let's make it so I get a cut of the profit.
We'll write a contract.
Yeah.
We good?
Good. Let's get a drink.
Handshake. They do a handshake. So that was a
and I didn't even no need for a New Jersey accent, no need for a personality, because the guy had none.
I mean, it was so bad. And my Jersey accent was really ignorant, and I apologize.
But we
I
weren't really trying to do anything.
so that
That's
was
it.
that was
That's
bad.
what happened.
That is literally what happens.
Jennifer gets really drunk. She has to be carried out of the party. And she embarrasses herself. That's the end of the episode.
I mean, I am excited and hopeful that the next episode will be better, because you can't do this to us again. We did this with Salt Lake City. Don't make this homework. We're supposed to enjoy this.
Agreed.
Andy?
The only other thing that happened that also was peaceful was we learned that Teresa and Joe's divorce is very peaceful. And since it was so boring, I want to talk about their houses, because that's something that really bothered you.
Yeah, I mean, first, the two worst houses, and it's funny because they are made by people that build houses. It's definitely Melissa and Teresa's homes. I mean, Teresa has what is it?
It's the gaudiest home I've ever seen.
And I remember when she and former Jacqueline, like Jacqueline Loretta, when they were like going shopping, and she's like buying these just gross brown leather couches, and you're just like, what? Why? Why do you want to live like this? Like, and I'm sitting here and like, whatever. I obviously don't live in a $5 million mansion, but
but they're buying the like ugly, gross leather lazy boy.
I just remember that store that I remember I have this visceral, like, this memory of that shopping spree, because she was also paying in cash, and I'm like, you are tacky. You're doing that just for show. You tacky woman. And then the whole store was like brown and like really like just one color and like really dark, and everything was so bad. And it reminded me of the Michael Jackson Martin Bashir interview when he goes into that store in Vegas and everything's gold, but everything was brown. And Michael's like, I want that one and that, and I want that one, and Bubbles would like that, and I want that one. I want that one, and I want that. Like, I'm like, okay, Michael. Oh.
Bubbles and Blanket.
I wonder what Blanket's up to.
I do too. I Google them every so often. So anywho, yeah, so they go through Teresa's house for the sale, and it's like tacky, big brown taffeta curtains, and I mean, it just doesn't get worse. The big throne chairs, and barf, just they don't marble everywhere.
They don't have true. It's really hard to find a housewife. It's really hard to find housewives with true style, like real style. I think Caroline Radswell of New York.
Oh, I loved her style.
Had fabulous taste, especially
and I liked her place. I liked the way she did everything, and she had some of her mother-in-law's stuff that I thought was so beautiful and cool. And
she was a class act. She's somebody that I wish.
I'm gonna say, in the Real Housewives of New Jersey, I think probably many people will disagree with me, but I like Margaret's style. Like, I love her bold colors. I love the patterns. I love the bright choices she makes in her house, which I think people probably don't like, but I do.
But you know why I think, I agree with you. And I also think because it's so the antithesis of what the other women are doing with their homes. It's like, they want to have this idea of what English wealth looks like, but it's like not anything, like it's like English wealth, but with Trump.
Wait, you really think they think that's what English wealth is?
Look at those.
Or do you think it's like, it's very Italian, don't you think?
I mean, okay, wait, maybe it's not British. Maybe it's the country of Game of Thrones. Like, have you
I
seen
mean,
those?
I see where you're going with the throne chairs and the like
Like the show, the Tudor.
weird, opulent chandeliers and,
These are the types of people that would
and
make.
dark, heavy colors, very
Yeah, these
Baroque looking.
But these are the kinds of people that would make family crests without any history. Like, these are these kinds of people. Down. Hey, we're gonna make a family crest. I am so sorry.
Hey, we're gonna make a family crest.
I mean,
My brother lives in New Jersey.
what part of New Jersey?
He lives in Haddonfield.
And what's his address?
That's
Our-
fine.
Ah,
Anywho, so yeah, so the houses are pretty tacky. Their style collectively, I don't love, although I like Margaret's. I don't love everything Margaret wears, but I like her some of her choices.
I just like her.
I like Margaret. I like Margaret. So favorite housewife of New Jersey right now, mine would be Margaret.
Mine would be Margaret.
And
Yeah,
and least favorite would be
Teresa.
mine's Jennifer.
Oh yeah, because she's well.
I just don't like Jennifer. She's not my cup of tea.
There's something about Teresa that has always been like, she's always been deviant, and now she seems a little desperate, and I'm just over it. Like, I'm over it. And weirdly enough, oddly enough, that makes me kind of over Melissa too, because like they're related. And first, I don't know.
I can still I find Melissa more palatable. Like I like Melissa. I don't like Jennifer because I think she's never taken to the series well. She's never really fit in. She's never really she's just, there's nothing redeeming about her in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like she's a little obnoxious, she brags, she's boastful, and then she makes really bad decisions and has been really mean and awful at times. And so
I mean, this episode, she was just a train wreck, and like she's being dragged, she's falling over. I mean, this it's the first of all, that should not happen at all. Because that's called alcohol poisoning. That's alcohol poisoning.
Second of all, she has children that are probably going to see that.
They're going to be like, look at my mom. Let me do that. Exactly that. No kids.
Like when Luann de Lesseps fell into a bush. Do you remember that?
When Countess?
Yeah, she fell into a bush. They were on vacation and she was so drunk and she fell over and she fell in a bush. She couldn't get out.
The videotape that wasn't on the Real Housewives where she kicked a cop.
How about that?
Class with the Countess. She wrote a book.
Yeah, so we have our favorites and our least favorites, and I feel like that's it.
Taglines.
Please submit your taglines to the email down below.
Please submit the taglines. A more awesome idea, if you sent us a video of you saying it, we'll put it in the show.
Yes, we have one that we are going to show you today. So our first tagline comes from the wonderful Philip Dawkins. I love you, Philip Dawkins. He's amazing. He's a talented playwright. Yes. Philip's tagline is, I may write for a living, but I'll read you for free. Thank you, Philip.
Thank you,
Amazing.
Dawkins.
And our second amazing tagline is from my dear friend Ellen, and we will show you her video.
Life gave me Lyme disease, so I'm making margaritas.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. Thank you, Philip Dawkins and Ellen Thompson, for your wonderful, amazing fantastic taglines. We're so happy to get them. We love you. Please submit to us. And that's it. That's a wrap. How about it?
Don't laugh, Liz and Dick, with the force of nature that is Lindsay Lohan. The acting alone was like a gift from God.
Like and subscribe.
Okay, start.
Blackwater. We like it.
So good.
Quenches that thirst.
So good.